You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, just 1 minute. Let me set the meeting.
Okay.
Everyone to come in when they, without my permission. Okay, we say day 1 of our lead series, and the topic is believability does the magic. Believability does the magic. And the 3 elements of what we should master when we talk about believability is number 1, the logos, number 2, the ethos, and number 3, the protos. These are very essential topics, and you could just jot down to keep yourself in reminder of these elements. They are strictly what every great leader used to achieve their goals. And if we apply it also, definitely we will achieve whatever we ought to achieve. Believability. How much do you believe in yourself? It's not for you to say, I believe in myself. You don't rate yourself on believability. It is the people you talk to that rates you. They know if truly you believe, because it's the act of the subconscious mind. That thing that you can't explain, how they are able to perceive how much you believe in yourself. And they themselves cannot explain how they perceive that this person, wow, this person believes in himself. When you're prospecting, a person might just tend to feel that vacuum of how much you occupy, of how much of your presence occupies that place, and how much of you is not there. So when you are talking to a prospect, most times people go with the number 1, which is the logos. Why we say the 3 elements of persuasion. Persuasion is the key to win your clients over to you. How persuasive you are. Persuasion is not pestering the people or trying to force them into what you're doing. I'll persuade them until they join. No. Persuasion has to do with the tune of your voice and the tune of your mind, your attitude. So we'll be looking at all of this, and you will recognize how to improve these skills today. So we look at the logos, number 1. Logos is the words you use, like the way you structure the placement of your words. That is the logos. So you can be a fine storyteller. You could talk it well, but that has to just do with, let's say, 5% of the influence you have on people. 5%. So no matter how you talk and talk and talk, if the believability is not there, then you discover the people might not want to buy into what you are talking about. And please don't mistake the believability for persistence and consistency. Because some persons might also feel that, am I not doing it well? What is it I'm not putting right? Why are people not joining me? Your consistency is what wins that game. So when you mix consistency and believability, which is persuasion, and all of these 3 elements which you'll be learning, then you will master the art of winning followers over. Your consistency should not be mistaken with the persuasion or the logo. So never you think there is something wrong why people are not joining. Just keep being persistent with the mastery of all of these arts. Remain consistent and you will win the game. So number one, you have learned that it is the way you order your words, the logos, the art of putting words together. And that just have 5% of influencing people. And then number two, we talk about the ethos. The ethos has to do with your attitude, how you think. What you are thinking about at the moment you set out to prospect, at the moment you set out to call your clients, the way you think is has a lot to do with how much they believe you. So when you are thinking the right thoughts, you tend to act the right way. You tend to smile. You tend to be bold. You tend to look the eyes of the person. When they ask you a question, you are not thinking, how am I going to answer the questions? You don't have any fear of questions being thrown to you. You know, whichever question comes, you can tackle it. So you are bold, you are courageous, you are confident. When you fill your mind with the right attitude, you know you like yourself enough. And so therefore, whomever you meet, that person likes you. You have no issue with your mental balance. And that art has to do, it influences the people with about 40%. The logos, 5%, and the ethos, 40%. So you have consumed 45%, and you have 55% left. So you see that now if the protos is not there, you will not be able to influence the mind of your prospects, your protos. Now, what is the protos? The protos has to do with the infinite intelligence. That is your subconscious mind. This is where a person would come to meet you and want to prospect something to you, and you are looking at that person has talked, that person is confident, that person is saying everything, but you don't just know why you are not connecting to that person. That is your subconscious mind reading the subconscious mind of that person and giving you feedback in your subconscious level. But only persons who have developed their skill enough or their mind can understand why they are not connecting. So it's just like a person saying, I am rich. The person boasts out and feel full of himself, everything. When you look at this person, you say, this person is a positive thinker. But the person in his mind, unknown to anybody, has loads of negative thoughts, which he is just trying to camouflage with the outward confidence. Now, if you are camouflaging your presence in the front of that prospect, and you are having loads of doubt inside of you, I've done this before, I don't think this person might not listen. Let me just try, so that it won't be as if I didn't try. So let me just try it. But I know he will not join. I know the person would not believe me. But outwardly, you are talking to that person with a fine logos. You are talking to the person with the good feel of the ethos. You are thinking positively in his presence. That you are thinking positively with your conscious mind. But in the subconscious, last night or before coming to that person, you have already thought that I might fail. I might not succeed. Do you get this magic? So it happens in the subconscious level. That was a believability does the magic. This protos is like a magic. If you do not feed yourself consciously, because consciously you think, I would do it. Any person I meet can come in. Whomever I speak with, they see reason with me why this business ought to be the best. So you have filled yourself with lots of positive affirmations, not just immediately you are stepping into that person's office, but you have been doing these things past the week, past the months. Your inside is filled with confidence. Then that conscious mind translates that confidence, that power to the subconscious mind. That even when your ethos is now thinking maybe thinking doubts, in the presence of your prospects, you are feeling fear at that initial entrance. Your subconscious mind, you have already programmed it that coming into the presence of this person, you are going to act in a superb manner. You are going to stay confident. So even at that first heartbeat, for instance, that your heart might pound in meeting a prospect, a stranger for the first time, your subconscious mind, which is the protos, has already seen a picture because it is not quickly influenced. It is a powerful aspect of every human being. The subconscious mind is not quickly influenced. So look at this now. If you have filled the subconscious mind with negative thoughts before coming in, no matter how you act confident with the ethos in the presence of the person sees or hears subconsciously the negativity you are filled with inside your subconscious level, because we all are spirit beings, but people don't really understand that. So now, if you have filled your subconscious mind consciously thinking about how you are good in what you do, how wonderful you are, how much you like yourself, how powerful you are, how supernatural you are to achieve whatever goal you want to achieve. If you have filled yourself with this mindset, now your subconscious mind has received that information. And even if you are entering into that person's office at that moment, you are opening the door and you are feeling fear, you cannot feel. It is a magic. Your protos takes over. And then you just see yourself at the entrance of that office, fear disappears. You just begin to speak. It happens on stage. You want to speak on stage and you have filled yourself with positive outlook. You have visualized yourself on what you're going to do, people standing and giving you a round of applause. At the end of the day, it is now time to perform. You are sitting, the MC is there about to call you up. Your heart is now beating. And you are wondering, how can I do this thing? Look at the crowd. The moment they call you up, your protos takes over instantly. And then that heartbeat, you just see it fade away. And you begin to act the way you imagined. So think about this. If you have imagined failure, because that's what too many persons do, I don't think I can do it. Then when the MC is about to call you on stage, you are now thinking good thoughts. When you get up on stage, it is your protos that takes over. And then what you have visualized is what then happens. You see a person who was bold, greeting everybody, begins to fidget with the microphone. The protos has taken over. So the moment you understand this fact, you will be able to act in a manner that when people see you, they receive the information you are given, because you are not just concerned about the physical level, you are concerned about the spiritual level, which is your visualization. You have visualized that prospect smiling with you, happy with what you're about to do, and then it happens like a magic, because your protos takes charge of over 55% of every conversation that you do with a person. I believe this was educative enough and it's going to be empowering. I promised 30 minutes, but I was able to do this in 15 minutes and I'm happy for that. Thank you very much. And so now I would like you to ask questions anywhere you would have a question.
Hold on, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Korogo.
Yes, sir. I think the talk or the lecture is very explanatory.
Great.
For me, I don't think I have any question.
Thank you
It's
very
well
much.
understood. Thank you, sir.
All right. And now I wish you a successful day in your prospecting. Go and win the game.
Thank you, sir. And you too.
Do have a great day.
Have a good day.